Hey guys, it's me Helena. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is all about the planetary line in astrocartography known as the Venus line. Venus is one of the most positive, supportive, and inspiring lines to live on. If you want to be inspired creatively, if you want to be inspired by life, appreciative of life, go to a Venus line. I'm currently living on a Venus line and it's just been beautiful ever since. Before we get started with today's video, I just want to let you know that I am offering one-on-one astrocartography readings. I have been studying astrocartography for the last 4 years, and in our personalized one-on-one video calls, I will walk you through your astrocartography map and also pull up your natal chart to show you a deeper, richer story behind your planets and the story that it conveys for you in terms of travel and relocation. And if you would like more details or information on my astrocartography readings, I'll include a link down below in the description as well as in a pinned comment. All the details and information is on my website at helenawoods.com. You can click on readings and you'll find all the information there. It's been so wonderful working with so many of you guys in the last few weeks, and I would love to connect with you one-on-one and give you some grounded spiritual guidance based on your astrology chart. So without further ado, let's get started with the planetary line of Venus. Venus is one of the most supportive lines to be on. It's a feeling of art. It's feeling beauty around you, seeing beauty easily. It's also the best line to go to if you want to find the love of your life, if you want to get married, if you want to be in a partnership with someone. A Venus line is the ideal for love, romance, and partnership. It's also a line just to really feel pleasure. Connecting with the senses, your touch, your taste, like all your different senses. This is a line to really help you focus and connect with that energy. Personally, I have a Venus IC line that goes right through Strasbourg, which is where I lived for my first 2 years living in France, and it goes right through Corsica as well. I am really lucky that I am living on such a supportive line. This is a line that really makes you notice the simple joys of your life and be appreciative of things. It's a line to go to if you want to be inspired creatively, to make art, to be more of an artist. It's also just a line to feel more connected with the home and specifically making your home beautiful, making your surroundings beautiful. Because I live on the Venus IC line, the angle of the IC is all about the home and feeling a sense of belonging, feeling like this is home. And because I live on the Venus IC line, I've always felt at home here, specifically in this region of France. If I lived in Paris or lived in the west of France, or northwest of France, I would not be feeling this Venusian, pleasurable, simple joys kind of energy, because I've got a Saturn line there, which is super challenging and difficult. And the energy on the west part of France versus where I am, completely different. And I felt that ever since I moved here. When I moved to Strasbourg, I instantly felt a need to make my home beautiful. I really got into interior design and learning how to be a good homemaker. I was really into all the homemaking things, wearing beautiful clothes and dresses and perfume and wearing makeup and learning how to beautify myself, beautify the home, beautify life. Making things beautiful was a huge theme when I moved to Strasbourg. And I still feel that energy now living in Corsica because I'm still directly on that line. And it's interesting to me because Venus is a slower energy. It's really connected to the idea of slow living and the simple joys. And I felt so inspired when I moved to Strasbourg to slow down my life, to slow down my pace, to enjoy what is around me, to be so fully present with my surroundings, to be connected with art and leisure and pleasure and good food and all the good sensual things that Venus represents and the Taurus energy represents. And as a Taurus sun, I feel instantly connected to that energy being on a Venus line. I started making creative videos about living in France and what I was inspired by creatively, and inspired by the slow pace in France, and inspired by, connecting with the senses, art, beauty, all of those things that I became really inspired by when I first moved here. I started making videos about that. on my other channel, and I started making videos, and then I started, getting an audience, and that never came easily to me. I had a YouTube channel for years before that one and never got any traction at all. And I think it's because being on that Venus line, it actively gave me opportunities to be an artist, to be creative, to share the beauty that I see. So living on a Venus line is so great for artists, so great for people who are creative, want to connect with that energy and just get more opportunities to be seen in that area of life. Being on this Venus line has made me really slow down my pace of life, learn to be happy with what I have, live minimally. Venus, I see, is all about not cluttering up your space. You want to have a minimal home as much as you can, but also make it beautiful with art and beautiful things. Venus on the IC line is all about being happy living at home. It's a feeling of domesticity and being a homemaker, becoming a mom. Like, it's very connected with that like nurturing energy, and I felt that the minute I got to Strasbourg. I feel that connection with the home and being at home, working from home, being at home more than ever before. When I lived on a Mercury line, I was constantly out and about, fluttering my wings like a little messenger, hopping from train to train, going from place to place. I was never home when I lived on a Mercury line. But here, being on a Venus line, I never want to go outside my house. I always just want to be cozy and clean my home and beautify my space. So that's how it's personally affected me, and it's just wild to me. The more I study my astrocartography map, the more I travel and move to different places, it's wild to me how accurate this is, how accurate astrocartography is, because every place I've moved to or traveled to, it's the exact energy on that planet. And again, I didn't learn about astrocartography until 4 years ago when I moved to France. So when I traveled and lived in all these places before France, I can look back and say, whoa, that's wild. That's exactly the energy I felt in all of those places. So it's just so exciting and so cool. I'm actually really eager to go to Hawaii at some point because I have a Venus descendant line going through there. And the Venus descendant line is the best line for artists or for creative people, writers, videographers, filmmakers, all that stuff, because you get support from other people. Like, other people recognize your talent and your gifts, and they support you, and you get more opportunities creatively. So I'm very eager to go to Hawaii at some point. I would love to do that. If you have, check to see on your map where you have Venus descendant, if you're an artist, because that's a great place to go to for opportunities and just to be inspired by beauty. So that's just a little bit about my journey living on a Venus IC line. Energy completely changed. I also want to mention that I'm very close to a Saturn ascendant line. It's not directly here, but it's close enough. And I'm gonna make a video on Saturn next. So in the next video, you'll see my relationship with Saturn and how it's helped me and also kept me stuck in my life while living in France. And so I'm gonna share more details on that, and also just give you some more information on Saturn line and what you can expect when you look at your astrocartography map. Last thing I want to say is it's really important to know the sect of your chart, because your most positive planets and your most negative planets are going to be determined by the chart, the sect of your chart. If you have a day chart, your most positive planet is going to be Jupiter. If you have a night chart, your most positive planet is going to be Venus. And so if you have a night chart, go to a Venus line, because that's going to be the most positive line for you. Me personally, it's not the most positive planet in my chart. Jupiter is. So if I really wanted to capitalize and maximize that supportive energy, I would rather prefer to go to a Jupiter line than to stay on this Venus line. That's just a little bit of information on that. If you want to go deeper, I'd be happy to do a reading for you and give you that information more deeper, richer information on specifically your natal chart and your astrocartography map. If you'd like to book a reading with me, I'll include some information down below. I was recently featured on a podcast where I talk about astrocartography. I'll include that down below if you guys are curious or want to listen more. And I'll also include a blog post that I wrote recently about astrocartography, and I include all of the key keywords for planets and the angles so that you can get a closer look at your own chart. I hope you like this video. These have been so fun to make. I was feeling very Venusian, so I put on this like silky dress, which is very Venus inspired, and this glittery choker, very Venus energy, and I feel it when I'm living here on my Venus line. It's so supportive and lovely. And yeah, if you like this video, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Really helps to support my videos and my channel as I continue to give you guys content. Let me know you guys' thoughts. I would love to hear from you below. Every comment is so welcome, and I love you guys so much, and I hope you guys are having a beautiful, magical Venusian day, and I will see you next week.